In a recent showdown at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the Phoenix Mercury's Alyssa Thomas delivered one of her season's most electrifying performances, dropping 32 points, grabbing 15 rebounds, and dishing out 7 assists in a game where she truly left her mark, despite her team falling 171-101 to the Indiana Fever. Yet, amidst the buzz of her stellar on-court display, a much darker story emerged off the court, one that has ignited a firestorm of discussion across social media and sports circles alike. After the game, instead of fulfilling her mandatory media obligations, a staple in professional sports designed to hold players accountable and keep fans engaged, Thomas suddenly disappeared, vanishing from the locker room without a word, leaving her coach and teammates to face the media without her. This wasn't just an isolated slip. It was a blatant disregard for league rules, a clear breach of the WNBA's 2025 season media access policy, which mandates that the league's top performers be available for interviews within 10 minutes of the game's conclusion. Her absence was particularly striking given her earlier antics, engaging in trash talk and fiery exchanges with Fever fans during the game, even encouraging the crowd to keep up the boos, behavior that, in the heat of competition, is often seen as part of the game's fiery spirit. But once the final buzzer sounded, and the spotlight should have shifted to her professionalism and leadership, Thomas chose to duck out, leaving her coach to answer questions and her team's reputation to be questioned by fans and critics alike. The reaction was swift and merciless. Fans roasted her on social media for what many perceived as cowardice and unprofessionalism, pointing out the hypocrisy of talking trash during the game only to run away from accountability afterward. Critics argued that her actions reflected a troubling pattern, recalling past controversies where she made divisive comments about fans, particularly during the playoffs, and her history of fiery exchanges that often outshine her on-court achievements. The fact that she played so well, leading all scorers and earning her first 30-point game of the season, made her decision to skip media even more perplexing. Instead of capitalizing on her performance to build her brand or demonstrate leadership, she let emotion and perhaps frustration get the better of her, turning a moment of triumph into an episode of controversy. The league's response has been equally telling, as officials and analysts emphasize that such behavior jeopardizes the league's credibility and sets a dangerous precedent. Unlike other professional leagues like the NBA or NFL, where fines and penalties for skipping media obligations are swift and stern, the WNBA's handling of the incident remains to be seen. Many are watching to see if they will enforce their rules stringently or turn a blind eye due to her star status. The broader implications are clear. If a player of Thomas's caliber can dismiss her media commitments without consequence, it risks undermining the league's efforts to elevate professionalism and grow its fan base. For fans, the incident underscores the importance of accountability. What message does it send when a player can talk trash, perform at an elite level, and then simply run from the aftermath? It's a stark contrast to how other top athletes handle adversity, with players like Caitlinclark or others in the league showing resilience by facing the media, addressing tough questions, and maintaining professionalism even in defeat. This episode also shines a light on the double standards that often exist in sports, where certain players are given leeway, while others face the full brunt of league discipline. Critics argue that Thomas's behavior isn't just a one-off mistake but part of a pattern of unprofessional conduct, fueled by her past comments about fan behavior and her outspoken stance on league unity. Yet when adversity strikes, she opts to retreat rather than lead. Her decision to skip media not only diminishes her reputation but can ripple through her team, distracting her teammates and possibly impacting their chances at a championship. With Phoenix Mercury's championship aspirations hanging in the balance, the focus now shifts to how the league will respond, and whether Thomas will face fines or other disciplinary action that sends a message that no one is above the rules. The irony is palpable. Her performance on the court was outstanding, yet her actions afterward have cast a shadow over her legacy, illustrating that in professional sports, accountability is paramount. Ultimately, this incident has become a cautionary tale, highlighting that talk during the game must be matched by professionalism afterward. It's a reminder that athletes carry responsibilities beyond their athletic prowess, obligations that include representing their league with integrity and respect. If star players like Thomas choose to dodge those responsibilities, it jeopardizes not only their reputation but the credibility of the league itself, which is still fighting to establish itself as a top-tier professional sports organization. As the league deliberates its next move, the question remains: Will Thomas learn from her mistake and adhere to her obligations in future games, or will she continue to believe she's above the rules? The decision she makes now could shape her career and the league's standards for years to come, serving as a lesson that in the world of professional sports, actions have consequences. Karma, indeed, is a tough but fair teacher.